Brian back here with a HBAR Hedera Hashgraph update. Alright, last time we did a video, I really didn't, I don't like bringing bad news when I do videos, alright, but I talked about an ABC correction that could be coming in, alright. We ended up, call it the news that started it, whatever, but we ended up getting it. Okay, now if you're not real familiar with this, your A leg is going to be the same length as your C leg, okay? We got the A, B, we had the C coming down here, okay? So the way we measure this A wave, this blue dot up here is the top of the wave, and this down here is the bottom of the wave. All right, we take it over, move it on top of the B wave, and there we go. A 1 for 1, right down to the bottom. That C wave is right over here. Okay, so we can see that that is done, okay? And usually, and that was a massive ABC, okay? That started at February 15th, all right? And it took till yesterday to finish up. So February, March, April, May, almost 3 months this ABC correction came to come in. Now, is this the bottom? Possibly. It absolutely could be. We'll have to wait and find out here, okay? Now, if we zoom out of here on the weekly, you can see all of this massive support back through here, okay? Back in, this goes back to November, December 2020, okay? We are right on the top of that now. Last time we got down here, okay, obviously it held, okay? We came down to 0.036, and we bounced massively from here, okay? Now we are down at that same areas again, right down through here, okay? Massive support through here, okay? Me personally, not financial advice, I think we bottomed out, okay? I don't see how this thing could go much lower. It definitely has come down a long ways, all right? I'm going to show you some more stuff here with the RSIs and everything that are going to tie into possibly the bottom being here and some areas we could be headed to. First off, I'm going to show you guys this, the open source public ledger for identity, Hedera. Look at these, look at the mainnet accounts created, 2.8 million. Transactions in the last 24 hours, 61,518,000. Okay, seconds to consensus finality, 5.64 seconds. Average cost per transactions, 0.001 cent. Okay, and it barely uses any electric to send these, so pretty impressive numbers. 61 million transactions in the last 24 hours. And if you go down through here, just names that Hedera is linked to. Look at these: Boeing, Dell, there's Chainlink, you have Google, IBM, LG. And these are the ones that I've heard of. Maybe you guys have heard of some of these other ones, but pretty impressive, all right? And then you go down through and it has other, of course, LG again. What else we got here? All kinds of stuff. They are tied, the HBAR Foundation, they're tied in with a lot of companies, all right? So Hedera is, in my opinion, this isn't going anywhere, okay? Everything that's going on with the SEC, we've been through, I don't know if we've been through worse before, but I've been in crypto, 4.5 years now, and I've been through some rough times where China banned crypto and the thing with XRP and everything else. Everything's going to work out just fine, guys. Please don't get, do your own. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't give financial advice. Do your own research and stuff, but I'm not getting shaken out of this market. That's for sure. Okay, now you can see Hedera, that very strong company, obviously. All right, now let's get into some other stuff here. All right, we're going to get back to that chart in a second. This is the crypto bubbles for the week. Some pretty big losses out there for sure. And if I could ask you guys, I would appreciate it so much if you hit the like and subscribe. That helps me out so much. We have created a great community, okay? And if you would love to be a part of it, we would love to have you. So we've got a great group of people. We really do. I couldn't be more thrilled. Okay, I don't do YouTube to make a living. YouTube could never replace my day job. That ain't gonna happen. I do it to hook up with people that want to talk about crypto, and I don't have anybody to talk about crypto with, in my life. I really don't. So gives me a little getaway. I enjoy doing the videos, and that's about all there is to it. I'm happy with where I'm at with the group I got, and but we'd love to have you along. So consider subscribing, okay? But anyway, we got a lot of big red out there for the week. 24%. Some big numbers out there. 88 took a beating. 21%. Sand 24.5. Pulse chain is up and down. COSPA, I cover that coin. I love that coin. It looks like it could possibly be on the verge of a breakout, actually. So that one there is the odd one in the crowd. That one's actually green, 12.6%. So here's the daily. A little bit of stuff bouncing out there. All right, this shall pass. Okay, this isn't something that's going to happen overnight. This is going to take years for this SEC stuff. So hang in there. All right, just it is what it is, and life goes on. So it could always be worse, right? Life could always be worse. Be happy you have a roof over your head, you got food in your belly, you got people around you that love you. What more could you really want? Crypto's great and all that, but there's a lot of stuff out there worth a lot more than crypto is. So just enjoy the life God gave you. I do. I love my family. I love the people around me that love me, and that's what matters in the end. Okay, when it comes down to it, So anyway, let's move on here. Let's go. I wanted to show you guys a couple things here. Okay, number one. All right, we have Bitcoin dominance. All right, Bitcoin dominance is breaking out of this wedge. Okay, it has broke to the upside. All right, it had a fake out to the bottom there, and it ended up, whoops, sorry about that. I wanted to widen the screen out a little bit. There we go. And you can see it has broke to the upside. We had the fake out down here, and then it ended up ripping to the upside. The measured move is up there right around 50.5%. Okay, if this thing works out the whole way up there. Now you can see the RSIs. The daily RSI on this thing is starting to get a little high. So if it's going to run up to that 50.5, you'd think it's going to do it pretty soon. All right, so that's the first thing we want to look at here. The second thing, let's get a look at Bitcoin real quick, and we're going to go through these really fast, but these all tie in. Okay, we got Bitcoin itself. It's still in this falling wedge. All right, now the measured move for this thing, if it breaks to the upside, is right around $31,000. All right, and it's roughly a 75% chance it breaks to the upside. All right, but you got that 25% chance that boom, it goes to the downside, and if that happens, you're looking 21.6, below a $22,000 Bitcoin. So we are hoping, obviously, for that. And does anything point to that? Well, we got the daily RSI still coming down. All right, it's correcting. It's at a 28 and a 32. We got the weekly right almost to the bottom and reset. Okay, it's getting pretty oversold, which is great to see. We need that thing down there. Okay, now if we bump out to the monthly on Bitcoin, it's still bullish, a 71.98 and a 64, so it's still heading up. Okay, but one thing I do want to show you here, if you look here, we got that 200 moving average creeping right up underneath there. Okay, so we need to hold that. We got a long ways to go for this monthly close, but we definitely need to hold that. All right, that's up at roughly 25.5, somewhere right around there, 25,500. Okay, we got to close this month above that, so we need to hold on to that. Let's move on here. I wanted to show you guys the DXY real quick. We're going to move right through these. I want the DXY on the daily. There we go. I want to show you here. We've been watching this thing and watching it. Okay, now it has gotten up to that 786 Fibonacci. right up here, okay? Got rejected down off there, and it has been rolling over ever since. Now if we pull the RSIs up on this thing, oops, sorry about that, pull them up, you can see that daily RSI is getting towards the bottom there, so it's getting oversold, and the weekly is at the top, and it has flipped to bearish, so it's at an 84 and an 88. The last time the weekly corrected down, you know, it went down 4.6%. So if that happened again over here, you know, that would put us down below our 100.8 that we've been looking to break. You know, 4.6. If it did the same thing, you know, it probably won't do the same exact thing, but if it does, it's going to break. We've been watching this 100.8 for a long time now, okay? Very critical area. We break that, and it's definitely going to help the crypto market, okay? I don't want to see the dollar collapse. That's not my hope, but just to break down below this 100.8 would definitely help the crypto market out, okay? We got the Dow Jones trying to break out here out of this wedge. You can see it's poking its head right up above there, which is good, great to see. Nice to see that. We don't want to see this market absolutely collapse on us here. Okay, and we also got the S&P 500. It has made a higher high. Okay, it took out, we've been watching this high right here, okay, and it just has poked its head up above it. You can see right there. So we have got that higher high out of the S&P. Okay, now let's go back to Hedera here and get a look at that chart. Okay, GH. Geez, I gotta say my ABCs to get back to it here. Alright, now this is on the weekly. Okay, let's look at these RSIs. Look at that. Okay, now after this ABC correction that came in here, okay, remember that ABC was right here, ABC. Alright, that was in there. Let's get that off there. Okay, this is on the weekly chart. We ended up losing that support right up there at about 5 cents. Okay, we did tank down here. Looks like we're pushing back up here. Now we're testing this prior support area as resistance now. Okay, right up here, this yellow line. You want to see us get up through that. Okay, that 0.04, call it 0.043. What's the line on? It's on 0.0462. Okay, so we want to break up above, can't see my line here, call it 0.0474. We want to definitely get back up there. Okay, I see this thing, in my opinion, all right, not financial advice, but I see this thing coming up, getting through there, retesting, and coming up and retesting this line now to see if it can get back into trend or not. It's a common thing for coins to do. Once they break down through, they usually either come back and back test it as resistance now and then roll back over and head down, or they break through it. Okay, now if we go out to the daily here, you can see this thing has not back tested yet. Okay, it came down through, let me get that off there. It ended up coming down through, all right, bouncing on that line, came up, and it's just fell straight through. Okay, the normal thing for this to do would be come back up, maybe right to that line there. It looks like there could be a support zone through here. Okay, somewhere through there. You know, it could only make it up to that line and then roll over, or it's going to break through and get back up in here. Okay, now we got that daily RSI reset. Alright, we got the weekly RSI reset, which is fantastic to see. That's what you want to see. That's where the big moves come from. Last time the weekly was reset, Hedera ended up having, let's see, this move right here ended up being, what was it, 163%. Alright, so that's what you want to see. That when you get that weekly, and it doesn't happen very often, the weekly hasn't been reset since January 2nd was the last bottom here on the stochastic. Then it ran up, and it took January, February, March, April, May, you know, almost 6 months to finally get back here to the bottom. So when it gets there, it's definitely worth noting. Okay, now if we put it on the daily, let's see where our moving averages are. Okay, we had a bearish cross here. We had the 200 flip over the 50 back here. Okay, and that usually is kind of a lagging indicator. All right, I've seen that numerous times where the opposite way around, you'll have a bullish cross, a golden cross they call it. Okay, and it already happens after price already went up. Okay, so this dump right through here, that could be this right here is what this is referring to. Okay, that could definitely be over. Like I said, usually after an ABC finishes up, like I showed you guys that ABC correction. Now let me show you that one more time. Usually that signals a bottom and a change of trend or a continuation of the trend. Okay, now I just went through this with COSPA. It was doing 5 waves down, ABC, 5 waves down, ABC, 5 waves down, ABC. Now it finally made a higher high and it started a new trend. All right, now this ABC has come down there. Okay, now usually you're going to have a push up after that. Okay, so we'll see what happens here, guys. I am definitely got my eyes glued to this. We're starting to get a little bit of move out of this thing on the daily. Like I said, that the daily's so close to flipping bullish on that stochastic RSI. The regular RSI is oversold. Anything below 30, it's at a 26, and the weekly it's at a 38 on the bottom, and it's at a 0.94 and a 2.57. So we'll see what happens here. Got lots of support coming back through this way. Back here from 2020, lots of support through here. Last time we got here, we had a hell of a bounce out of here, so we'll see what happens this time. Thanks a lot, guys. Please hit the like and subscribe, and I will talk to you later.